Oh, it's always weird.
Because he's just like right here on me. Anyway.
Right here, right now.
I'll just bring him up. Come on, are you gonna come up? All right, here we go. Hi, everybody, and welcome to season 4 of Black Girl Charm. I am your cat mama co-host Ray, joined by my co-host Panther and my other co-host.
How Panther get top billing? Bitch don't pay no bills for this. How he get top billing?
Because the people be asking for him. You know, you gotta sprinkle him in like the front so they think he's gonna be here for the entire episode.
I'm guys. I just watched this episode and I'm like, I'm still in tears right now. So I'm your heartbroken co-host and clearly third on the list. I'm Nell. Here I
am. To prepare for this episode, I did All Hell Breaks Loose again, right into this one.
Oh, so you just mad and sad at the same time?
I can't wait till 4-2. I literally cannot wait until Phoebe says the line so we can both just go, you're right, I do blame you. I wish it was you. How dare you? Like, anyway, what's on your report?
See, God, I don't know. It's been a crazy couple weeks or month, I guess.
You're right.
A little minor surgery here. Did some traveling for work. Got my bag lost in Canada. Yeah, girl, let's not even derail this episode. I am reading a love song for Ricky Wilde, and I'm trying to start up the BGC Charmed and Cozy. So that'll be my first book. It's so like, it's not a bad written book, and I don't know how to put this well, but it's such a cozy book to me that it puts me to sleep. Like, it's so like warm and inviting, and like not too much heavy on the trauma, because I can't do a Black book without trauma. So it's not too much heavy on the trauma, and it's just right now I'm like 3/4 through, and I'm really loving how it's getting pieced together. So that'll be the first book on BGC Charmed and Cozy.
That's so cool.
I DM my first Dungeons and Dragons game on Wednesday. I know. So I'm a little brain, because after we finish record, I gotta go do my stat block so I can kill these motherfuckers. So, but I'm excited. I'm kind of like going over the top. I have like D&D playlist.
I can see that.
Like ambiance music. And then somebody told me, I was telling somebody, they were like, oh my God, you have the perfect personality for Dungeon Master. And I don't know if I should be.
Oh no, there's been a couple of cool, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's Dungeons and Dragons.
So is Vin Diesel.
So, I mean, and Joe Manganiello.
Right. I don't know if I've talked, but I really, really love like Brennan from Dimension 20. Like if Ticketmaster had not tried to like shove it up my ass for a $300 ticket all the way up front, like it was more expensive than Beyonce.
Oh.
I would have been in New York. Right. I would have been in New York watching D20 live because I love Brennan. He's so sweet. What else have I done? I was actually going to watch Charmed yesterday. Like I had it all planned out. And then I got 2 nails in my tire. So my tire was flat when we came out at breakfast. So it's that.
The plan was to go live this week and do All Hell Breaks Loose and this episode. But you know what, you guys? I'll do that next week. I'll do it next week. So y'all get All Hell Breaks Loose, Charmed Again Part 1, and Charmed Again Part 2 next week. Definitely next week, Monday. Because that's when we record. And
that makes sense.
Yep. And I want people to tell me how they feel so I can tell you how they feel.
I'm really not going to, and maybe at the end of next week's episodes, we can get into our full rant, because I would like to combine the two. So this is not going to be a 2-hour episode.
I got to give my baby his diabetes medicine. So
right. So
I got time to rant.
So, but
not this baby, the other baby.
I know. How are you? How's your month off been?
My month off. It's been wild. It started off really like calm because we got back into couples therapy. I watched the American Society of Magical Negroes. I watched Ava, Wrath of Man, The Beekeeper, Miss Meadows. I did all
I like how
of
you tried
Buffy.
to slide. I like how you tried to slide the magical Negroes in there. I'm not letting that go. I told you my feelings on Twitter or X. I'm not letting that
Whatever.
go.
If Mama named it Twitter, I'm gonna call it Twitter. Duh.
You
Um,
can't dead name in June.
it's Elon. Yes, I can. Like, this isn't
All
like
right.
anyway. But I did Buffy. I'm doing Angel now. We're in season 2. But in between that, we found out Tiger the landlord has diabetes. And
Diabetes.
yes, he has the sugars. And the first day I took him to the vet, as soon as I stepped into the Uber, I had an anxiety attack and cried the entire time. And that was like Tuesday. That like he, you know how vets are. They're like, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. The most you can pay, and this is for everything, is like $600, and this is the least you could pay, $500. But it was really nothing. It was. Oh, I hate that vets in New York are like the worst because
Yes.
you really have to like you have to find a vet that really gives a fuck.
Yes.
They're all gonna beat you over the head, but the one
Yes.
who gives a fuck is gonna like responsibly beat you over the head. They'll beat you over the head with a wiffle bat and not an actual baseball bat. All right, which is true because like the vet I took him to the next day, the exam fee was $35 compared to $95 with everybody the fuck else. And
We
then with
pay $50 a month, and that includes all of his shots for me.
yo, I used to pay $99 a month for Des for her like vet whole situation there. Anyway,
Yeah.
$35 for the exam, and then including tests, medication, and everything with the vet number 2 on Wednesday. That was like $500. So yeah, every
That's
12
why we love
hours,
them kitties.
every 12 hours, my baby gets a shot of insulin.
It's wild.
He's on that Lantis. He is on that human. He's on that good shit.
It's wild.
I
You don't
know.
got like one of them like them good RX.
GoodRx doesn't work on for vets, and if
But
they
it's human
do,
shit.
but it's a so vets can't beat you over the head when it comes to medication as much as like regular human doctors can.
Okay.
So most pharmacies and companies like GoodRx don't want to really work with vets because they're not going to get as much money
You
as
better
they
drive to
would.
Cancun.
No. Mommy found a way. Mommy found. Look, Holiday, I got the bike. But yeah. And now he is eating me out of house and home because he gets tiki cat food, which is like quail eggs and chicken and broth, or chicken and duck, or pork and lamb.
You can't
This
just
man,
make this yourself.
you sound like my brother, and that should tell you everything you need to know.
I mean, we also put our dog, he's on a half raw food diet, half dry food diet. So why can't your cat be on a raw food diet at this point?
You know
Think
what?
about it. Think about it.
Anyway,
Think about
anyway.
it.
So in rewatching Buffy for the first time since it went off the air, really, season 6 was so hard. Season 6 was like intro to incel.
Is
And
season 6 where they ripped her back from heaven?
yes, season
What were you
6
expecting?
was full of rape. Like
Buffy does not age well. I was like, I'm not gonna tell her. Buffy don't age well.
Warren, and then
It's
like,
even worse when you know that it's like a self-insert for a lot of these things. It don't age well.
yo, you know what doesn't age well either? Like One Tree Hill, because they keep every episode they'll be like, all right, so like the creator whenever he was like mad at me and I wouldn't talk to him off screen, he would write himself into the show so we would talk to each other. So we would be forced to interact with each other.
Bear. Always choose the bear.
Like in this last episode I listened to, poor Kate Vogel, she was like, they told her this is her first acting job and her first kissing scene, and her kissing partner would be her boss. Like he was trying to like pull that, and her mom was like, no, not my baby,
No.
not my child. But like,
No.
wow. But yeah, going back to Buffy, it was so hard. Season 6, it pushed a lot of buttons between the Buffy and Spike rape, the Warren rape, like
I mean, even her
rape.
giving her virginity to Angel, who's just like
Cordelia throwing a puss at Wesley. That was.
You know how I tell you guys all the time, I draw a hard line at like, I'm just getting out of high school and I fell in love. It's weird. Why are you writing this? Why did you sit at your computer and say, I'm an 18-year-old girl and I don't want to come up with 18-year-olds. I'm not doing it. However, on my list, and it got bumped up really quickly, is D&D smut, and I'll report back in 3 weeks.
Like, to your point, my goddaughter is telling me about a guy she has a crush on, and she's like, do you want to see a picture of him? Not really, because this is a baby, but I guess because you want to show off what this man looks like to you. So like, all right, fine, whatever, show me the picture. But I don't care. I don't.
It's the same thing with Phoebe and her man. Oh, fucking ex. I have no young. Phoebe is my sister. And I have no young man since junior fucking high school.
Bitch, we shared a wall. We shared a wall.
I don't want to be. You know how they like. I don't make shame, but don't include me in your kink.
That post she wrote like the other day when it was just like she retweeted something that was already flagrant, and it was just like blah blah blah. That man. No, I don't feel safe in this house. I know y'all don't have everywhere. Where can I sit? Even they can't have a fuck toy. Like, it's crazy. That house is horny.
Speaking of fuck toys, this is a great segue. So right before I started setting up across my Apple News, this guy I think in Ohio got arrested because he went to go claim a dead man's body. You'll never understand where I'm going with this. And next to the dead man's body, what's this? So I'm not hearing it. Only y'all need to hear it. So after they removed the dead man's body, he went back to the manager and was like, hey, yo, I need the sex doll for evidence. And the manager was like, for a funeral home? Nah, come back with a warrant. So he broke in and took the sex doll. But the manager was already weirded out, so already had cops on alert. Why was the sex doll tampered with and sticky?
The bear. The bumbleclot bear. The bear. No Lip Gallagher. The bear.
Was on the bed with the... All right. Time to get borrowed.
Oh, Lord. I will say this. Watching Buffy let me know why I have zero fucking tolerance for Leo. I grew up on... First of all, I realized I had a type when Giles like pressed the principal and he was like, you gonna let her back into school? And I was like,
Daddy? Daddy, yes?
Fuck that I'm gonna fuck that librarian. I'm like a watcher, a white lighter. Same size of the same coin. But you see how Giles was always like, let me look into it. Actually, I know this. And they were just like, Giles, how do you know everything? Because obviously Giles had to do more research, but he always knew base. He always had some sort of like background on the mystics, the magics, the whatevers. Leo, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. Maybe I should check with the elders. I don't know. Giles is the prototype.
Why you sound like the? Where did he go, George? Where did he go? Why you sound like that?
Because that's what Leo sounds like to me in my head.
Oh my god! Well, then you're not gonna like this episode.
I don't. I mean,
you sure you going to get through it without ranting?
Oh, if I'm ranting about anybody, it's about how I was going to call her Phoebe Buffet. How Phoebe Halliwell don't give a fuck that her sister died. I ain't see no tear. She was just like,
girl,
fuck that bitch's car. I want the money. Like, girl. Oh, I mean,
you ready to do your pretty intro?
You know what? Let me take another sip before my throat gets dry again. You guys won't understand that joke. I'm so sorry. Anyway, this is season 4, episode 1. Wow! I'll wait, niggas wanna why they third billing now all of a sudden, phones going off and shit.
Sorry, I'm getting company tea. All right, I'm on airport mode, so nobody can even bother me. Look at that.
All right. We are in season 4, episode 1, Charmed Again, part 1. The original air date is October 4th, 2000. Wow. Post 9/11. Anyway, the writer is Brad, and you there was some acting. The writer wasn't bad this week. I'll give you that, Brad.
The writer was good. It was good.
Director this week, Michael Schultz. He directed season 2, episode 18, Chick Flick, and this is his last directorial appearance, which is weird because if this is a 2-part episode, wouldn't you want the same director? But, Ashley Ray, all you other podcasters who have TV shows or know the TV show backgrounds, please let us know why they don't have the same director in the next episode. Anyway, guest stars this week. Patty, Penny, and Victor are all back. Jordan Bridges as Shane, 53 acting credits, including The Blacklist and SVU. Yancy Arias as Inspector Cortez, 97 acting credits, including Will Trent and All Rise. First of all, pause. Are you caught up on Will Trent?
No.
Bitch. First of all, there's a fight scene that is soundtracked to the Cha-Cha Slide.
Elle doesn't want to watch it anymore. He's over it. So I have to watch it on my own. So, which you'll probably never get to it. So I can't get to it tomorrow because I have to do my nerdy shit. But
that's fine.
I can do it Friday.
Cool. Catch up on Will Trent because I need my peoples. This was us. We were supposed to be listening together.
I'm sorry. Friday. Anyway, I don't think I'm too far behind.
Krista Allen is the Source's Oracle. 115 acting credits, including The Bold and the Beautiful and 911. And Gilroy as the source of all evil. 64 acting credits, including General Hospital and the original Color Purple.
What do he look like? Boy. Was he also in Only Murders in the Building?
Probably. I don't watch it because of Amy Schumer.
No, Ben Gilroy.
G-U-I.
Completely spelled that wrong. L-L-O-R-Y?
Yeah.
Oh, he black. You should actually, Color Purple.
I said
Where do I know him from? He has a very nice voice.
He does.
He was his finger down. I was like, oh, hey. Oh. Why come black people are always behind? I go start. Move on.
The trivia this week. Prue's funeral service appears to be performed by a Unitarian Universalist minister specializing in a Wiccan-themed sermon. All right. I want to have extra words and shit. She a ligga bigga tigga Wiccan minister.
With a Subaru?
With a Subaru. 2 cats, 3 dogs. All right. And a Jesus fish sticker on the back. This is the series' first episode that, Shannon does not appear. On the WB's previously on Charm segment, she was shown only once. Once, you fucking bastards. In the scene where Phoebe meets Cole and the honeymoon's over, otherwise completely excluded. Which is so fucked up, but I get it. They didn't want to pay her no money. As I stated earlier, this episode was supposed to air a week earlier, but was pushed back due to the events of 9/11. Never forget.
You want to redo that? That?
No. Because if anybody has anything to say, I can literally just say, wow, you know what I did during 9/11? I watched it happen from my junior high school. I literally snuck out of fucking class and watched it fucking happen. So if you have a problem with me dealing with my trauma, talk to somebody else or pay for my therapy.
You have to get loud with me, okay? I will shank you. I swear to God, I'll find a New York and shake you.
That wasn't for you. That wasn't for you.
I feel personally attacked.
By Regina George? Okay.
Yes.
That was for the TikTok clip. Just in case, the people, they gonna find it. Like, she's making fun of 9/11. All right.
Continue.
Ask Dennis Leary about me.
You tonight.
That is actually, like, me and him have talked about 9/11, which is why I said that. So there's that too.
Look at you name dropping. Disgusting.
Yeah, Dennis Leary. Well, a Nepo baby. The cloud sequence in this episode is a reused shot from Blinded by the White Lighter.
You figure they saved money using... Remember the shit? And I was like, oh, look at all these people.
Are they reusing shots? Absolutely not. The episode starts the trend of the word charmed being used as the title in the episode. Yeah. The music we heard in the episode, I Miss You by Stevie Nicks. Bell, Book, and Candle by Eddie Vedder. And Breakdown by Tantric. So, I'm assuming you don't have the DVDs anymore? So that's
I have the DVDs.
For season 4?
All of the DVDs.
1, 2. The IMDb synopsis is Piper and Phoebe face Prue's loss, while the source discovers why Prue's death has not severed the power of 3. The DVD synopsis is...
I don't like it. Phoebe and Piper grieve Prue's death and struggle with the demise of the power of 3 until they discover the existence of half-sister Paige. A white lighter.
That's a lie. First of all, spoilers. Spoilers.
This is the first time I'm ever getting it. You like, oh, we got a white lighter in the house? Oh, okay. I guess.
Also, Piper said in this episode, they buried their precious charm ones when we buried our sister. We not worried about nothing.
She was not worried about nothing.
The Peacock synopsis is Piper and Phoebe learn of the existence of a half-sister who may complete the power of 3.
That's the best one.
Yeah. Our quick synopsis, as you know, we're going to talk about the episode indirectly. Phoebe is shot. See, this is how I know, like, there is a 2-episode, season 3, episode 23 that explains this shit. Because, no, we just jump into the funeral or like 4 o'clock in the morning. Either way, that whole Phoebe, Leo, because whatever. They didn't want to pay her no money. They scrapped it. I'm not crazy. I'm gonna find the fucking TV guide from May 2001 and find it.
I mean, she has said that if she knew that the last episode was gonna be last episode, that maybe she'd have done a little bit differently. I think they didn't know who was gonna leave, and we know that for a fact. And that's why once they realized it was Shan, they were like, all right, let's just move on.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
there's definitely a script out there.
I know that there has to be an episode because the way they were promoting it, I remember it was like, which sister is it? Which sister is it? And then like because of like 9/11, everything got like muddled and
you can't find the promos on YouTube.
I can do Google. So I'll probably try to find it when I do promo for this episode. But I know it exists. I know I'm not the only one, and this will be the TikTok clip. If you guys remember the 23rd episode of season 3, let me know, because I know I'm not the only one. Anyway, Although Piper survives, Prue dies, and Piper unsuccessfully tries to summon her deceased sister. While the sisters are grieving, Paige Matthews experiences strange occurrences and learns that she might be, related to the Halliwells. She thought that once upon a time ago, but that's crazy. The source learns of Phoebe's miraculous rescue by Cole and Leo. They told about the existence of a potential charm one. Paige attends Prue's funeral. Phoebe gets a premonition that Shaq is out to kill her. And she's like, nah, we gotta stop him. Not stop him from my sister. Get the revenge. Get this motherfucker who got my sister. To stop him from getting another bitch. She don't care. Anyway, Cole and Phoebe save her. They send a cop to Timbuktu. They learn that, Patty was hunching her white lighter. The forbidden apple doesn't fall far from the tree. They vanquish Shax. And Paige runs away like, oh, y'all done fucked me up. I'm out of here.
Hailey Marie Combs. I was crying. I mean, I feel like every time she started to cry, I was crying too. I was like, oh my God. She was like, what am I supposed to do, Leo? I've always had a big sister, and now I don't have one. And when he put his hand on her shoulder, she was like, you touching me? Like, I was like,
you don't understand. You heal the wrong witch. You healed me because I'm your wife, damn it. You should have healed her because she was the best.
And Phoebe's just like, does this mean I'm not getting dick tonight, Cole? Is that what that means? You need to be... Yo, how is it the demon got more sense than the witch? I should not come to your sister's funeral because there's bounty hunters after me. And they might show up at the funeral. Why your demon got more sense than you, bitch?
This episode highlights that if you good, you dumb as rocks. Charmed Again, Part 1, aka Smooth Brain Halliwells. Because, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out why the source would put Shax on somebody. And the fact that the good guys couldn't put 2 and 2 and make 4
and the triquetra never broke. It never broke. If the charm, like nobody, like when she closed the book, she wasn't like, that's kind of strange. Why that shit ain't.
Nah, if anything, I'm gonna make you bad sad right now. If anything, it gave her hope that Prue would come back.
Oh, I can see that because she was like, come back. She was trying everything.
As long as it's not broken, I still have my sister.
I do have an answer though on why I don't like Paige.
What's up?
I do. The Ratchet Charm one, this is for you. On that rooftop, and she was trying to get sexy, and I like visibly cringe. How you go from Ben and Doherty, who oozes sex, to Paige? It just the ick.
That's not where I thought you were going with it. It was just like this girl was just in P3 drinking mineral water because she's a reformed alcoholic. Well, I keep saying reformed. She's a recovering alcoholic. And she tells her, sad story about her parents who abandoned her. And she's been searching for her family. And, oh, wow. I just made it really sad. You want some pussy on a roof?
I want to go there. But
that's where I thought you were going with it. That's where I thought you said
it. And she's a stalker bitch. I just come here to feel close to them. You know who says that? Stalkers.
Abby.
Stalkers.
Abby.
Let me just go to this funeral and sit in the back. I know her from around.
To be fair, Gramps was being messy.
We gonna get into that next. I'm just running down the list. Everybody
Gramps was being messy, and you know it. Gramps was the one at her job. Newspaper, flutter. Also, as somebody who, granted the animal shelter isn't social work, but how your desk so cluttered?
My desk is cluttered now, so.
No. Not at you had office clutter, not you ain't have crystals and sage and a tarot deck at the shelter. in front of all them people. I'm not talking about at your house. I literally started this stuff off by at the shelter.
In my last job, I had black tourmaline, obsidian. I had my spirit guardian sitting on my desk because fuck them bitches, okay? I was coming in there protected, all right?
I'm a Winchester. I wear my protections.
I had my amethyst. Nah, I laid it out on my desk because I needed my space protected and cleansed. And then I also would keep black obsidian in my pocket. Yes, I did have my crystals. I didn't have candles or anything out because that was not was prohibited.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I probably could have, I probably would have been saging that bitch up in there.
I got
who else I got smoke for? Victor. Don't come my fucking house. Don't.
Yo, I was thinking it, and I know you're gonna pick up when I'm putting it down. Victor is so happy that Prue is gone because that boot is off his neck. And he like, Piper got her husband. She not gonna think about me no more. Phoebe and I already locked in. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm set. I don't gotta do nothing.
I am set. Fuck this shit.
You know,
this is my daughter's feet. Shut the fuck up. You just rekindled with your daughter like 4 months ago. Shut the fuck up. You know he pulled Piper to the side and was like, did she have insurance money? We ain't gotta talk about it now, but did she list me as a beneficiary?
You know she. First of all, it is so unlike Prue to not have a will and not to have everything set up. Once she
especially being a charmed one.
Especially being a charmed one, once she accepted I know they'd be like, oh, the women in our family don't last long. Rams lasted to like 70 something. So
that's because she's a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker, and I won't let her back in my life because I'm taking the house. Oh, she can run on those goddamn steps.
Every so often, Grandma was a Rolling Stone. Plays in my head, and you being offended by that takes me out. But look at you now, baby. Look at you now.
Do you want to just roll into Grams? Because I don't, if I could put pause on a ghost, if I could have dropped my mortal body and descended to the ethereal plane and whooped that bitch's ass for Prue, like, you just want to tag team both of them bitches? Like, and she was like, oh, well, Grams told me to get rid of my baby. What?
So, if you think about it in like Loving v. Virginia terms, it makes sense. Charmed Again Part 1, Loving v. Virginia.
I'm just about to go back to the Supreme Court.
That's literally the grace I'm giving Patty. I mean, yeah, Patty.
Charmed Again, y'all goons don't deserve it.
1/4 massa? What's cool? Whatever she said. Obama was a mulatto. That's the one drop rule.
I'm going to say something, and I'm like 99% sure.
You're going to have to edit it out?
No, that my family don't listen to this podcast, but I'm here for the smoke. So my darling cousin got married. I was not invited to the wedding, that's fine. My darling cousin got married, and she was a gorgeous bride. But why all over her wedding photos it says, I was married now?
So, off topic, on topic, watching the Taraji color purple was the first time I saw the color purple because I'm Caribbean and, that's not one of our movies. Yeah. And I was like...
Grandma had down VHS.
We had it on VHS, but we just never watched it.
I watched it once. I was traumatized, and that was good.
Girl, we can talk about it. Anyway. And I was like, that's where that shit is from? Interesting. But yeah, I don't want that. Yeah. I don't want...
Grams was just mad. First off, Grams was mad nonchalant about, like, why are you calling me? Bitch, my sister just died. I watched my sister get blown through a fucking wall. You ain't never jingling shit. I mean... but for her to be mad, like, I understand that it was for the plot, but for her to be so uncaring and nonchalant.
It was bad funny because she was like, how you do it? Bitch, how I'm doing? You don't get the news up there? What you asking me how I'm doing? Oh, my bad. Oh, I mean, how you holding up? She had just come from the salon.
Almost like she wasn't doing it. Oh, you know, we had to go and handle with Prue. We had to make sure you a fucking liar. You were getting your nails done in celestial blue.
She literally looked like a Long Island rich lady on her salon day, nail salon, hair salon, down to the outfit.
You cannot tell me that there is no way. Honey and Grams are not in heaven. And we can talk about it. We can have an off session. But I am sure that there is some lore somewhere that they are either in hell or in some like in between, because there is no way that a bitch.
They with the trolls and the in between.
Maybe because ain't no way that a bitch who dropped her baby off at church is gonna see. And she thought mommy was fat. Oh.
You know what bothers me about this whole thing? When Piper was like, you are a bad liar when you were alive, and now that you're dead, you're worse. Is she? Is she though? Y'all didn't know y'all were witches. All of them husbands she done got. A sister? Was she a bad liar?
A sister.
Man. A sister. Grams only lie when she only a bad liar when she can't lie and she don't like. That's not my business. Just tell me the truth. It's not my truth to tell. You gotta ask them. That's not my business.
You girls can figure it out. I can't lead you to your destiny. You.
All right.
The way I would call Ghostbusters, I swear to God.
Think about it as like a housewife sit down, right? They've been talking shit all season. We're going to talk about it. I just talk about it like that, and it just makes it doesn't make me mad. It's more enjoyable that way because Real Housewives of San Francisco, fucking Piper and Grams had that whole conversation off camera. Patty and Grams is talking off camera, and Phoebe, she like the rich housewife who like the young one. She the Denise Richards Phoebe. Or whatever.
No. You know who Phoebe is? I can't think of her name. The girl from the one from the Mormons.
Not Jen Shah.
No, not Jen Shah. The one with the boobs and her husband's older than her.
Oh, Whitney Wild Rose. Yeah. All them tattoos. The older man. Yeah. But you think about it like that. You see? She was talking all that shit earlier. Nah, we just gonna confront her.
When Leo came down and was like, the elders want you to protect this innocent. Same look on my face, like when Piper turned around and looked at him, me and her shared the exact same look of disgust.
Like, this is my AAP card, so I can't do that one. I was like, I was do it for the bit, whatever. Pretend this is my credit card. 4 seasons? Thank you. Remember, like, in, San Francisco? When she did all that magic? You know what? Maybe I will see the Eiffel Tower. Maybe I might get Eiffel Tower. I don't know.
So I gotta save this innocent. You got Inspector Cortez running around. Y'all can't jangle somebody in to let me know Inspector like a little jingle, a little tingle, something. I don't know why these girls still are not locking. You know what? We're gonna stop for a second because if you have a search warrant, you have to announce yourself.
Yeah. That wasn't illegally. It was a legal search warrant that wasn't executed legally. There we go.
But why are you still not locking your fucking doors? Like, I know Shaq's be blowing shit up. But still.
I will say this. Again, I am not a Joss Whedon sympathizer when I say this. But...
no. Black people.
No. But with Buffy and with Angel, These motherfuckers had to. Xander and Willow had code phrases when they date turned into like either the date is bad or the date is a demon. Cordelia and Angel was like, we need to figure out our alarm code. We need to do this. Like, these motherfuckers are always like worried about security. When in season 5 of Buffy with Glory, Willow went to the magic shop, to the college, Dawn school, and Buffy's house and put protection spells in front of all their places that they hang out. So they would be alerted when danger was afoot. We in season 4 are Charmed, and the only time we had an alarm, we actually caught a demon, but because you wanted to get penis, I got cursed out, so we couldn't use the alarm anymore.
Why? Prue is dead.
You're right.
That's why Prue is dead.
And this is why Inspector Cortez is in Timbuktu right now, because what the fuck?
You know what? Daryl. Sheila not gonna have you play cops and robbers. Take your ass home. Take your black ass home. This ain't got nothing to do with you. You take your ass. I was so mad. He was like, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna handle this with you. No, take your ass home to Sheila. Shut the fuck up. I was so mad.
I mean,
your job on the line.
He fucked anyway. Who else hit him over the head? Who hit him? Two of us came up the stairs.
Monster came back.
I'm not gonna lie. I would be Grams during that scene. Yay, you caught us. Arrest us. Hello.
What are you gonna do? Shoot us now? Like, man, you gonna tell me she in heaven? When she was like, get rid of him? You gonna tell me that woman is in heaven? That's what you gonna tell me? That she's up?
I'm gonna say this because I've been watching Buffy. Grams is the vengeance demon.
And then she's gonna be like, oh,
Grams is grown up Anya. There you go. Boom. Grams has grown up Anya. Just all those husbands.
Yeah, I can
go
see that.
away. Take him away. You know, finish the spell. Oh man.
Patty over there lying about, it was after me and your father divorced. You're a fucking liar. We already know you're a hoe. And you had an affair on Dad.
This isn't giving Victor no props. But this adds to why he hates Whitelander so much. My bitch was fucking you, bro. Alright, they never did this afterwards. But remember when Leo first met Cole and they shook hands and Leo's Whitelander essence rubbed off on Cole and he was just like, ugh, Whitelanders are always so messy.
Yep.
You telling me Victor didn't come home and notice some stains on Patty?
I mean, but it didn't last long.
No.
So one thing we did not talk about was the girls meeting each other. We could talk about it when they first met at the funeral and then when they met again at the house.
I do like the funeral scene. I do. I don't hate it at all. It's a Charmed meet cute because Grams was being messy. And like, bitch, you forgot about your sister's funeral? You're supposed to call the fuck out. Take your ass on over there. You know she was supposed to call out. Grams has been dropping hints all week. And she was just like,
do you think Grams knew?
Yes.
Or had an inkling that Piper was going to do the call for Lost Witch? Okay.
It makes sense that Prue wouldn't come right away because the whole, we've seen Supernatural. She wouldn't be able to move on. She would become like either a vengeful spirit or a poltergeist or whatever. If Piper were allowed to keep contact, Paige. Prue would never have moved on, and they would eventually have to vanquish her, which sucks. So it makes sense.
That'd been cool though.
I know. Oh, that should have been the 100th.
You don't think it's wild? I'm sorry. Continue.
No, Gramps knows her girls and knows that bond between Piper and Prue. So she had to step in and, intercede that call. Because Prue wouldn't have wanted to leave Piper, and we know that. It's just somebody needs to be the grown-up in that situation.
Thinking about this when I was watching the show, and then we can move to the meet cute in the house. You don't think it's wild? Phoebe becomes a banshee for Cole, but not for us.
No, because 4-2 happens.
Do you think? Because she showed that episode of the banshee was some of Phoebe's best grief work I have ever seen, and we got none of that.
Phoebe, I don't know, like, this is gonna sound really fucked up, but I have a sister. You start
that with everything that you say.
Yeah, I have a sister that I've never met. We are Facebook friends.
Okay.
And God forbid something happens to her, I'm gonna be like, oh, my sister died. Anyway, so what's up? Like that. And that's kind of like, that's how it was. That's how, like, that's what I'm getting from Phoebe. And like,
right. I'm like, that's not a good thing.
Like, that's what I'm like. Because granted, there's like 20 years difference between me and my sister. She's in another country. We've never ever met. Like, the closest we've ever come is like Facebook, and that makes sense for me to not be like, right, oh, my sister. But for Phoebe, who has grown up with this girl and lived in the same house for her entire life, minus 8 months or so, or whatever years that was in college. Like, girl, this is your sister. And I get, like, I hate that all of this is said in 4-2, but I have to be strong. You know, both of us couldn't break down. Okay, fine, fair. But what about in the moments when it's just you and Cole? Or you by yourself? How come we never really got a real moment of you crying in the bathroom? Like, they try to give us this bullshit about her cleaning up. I'm like, you don't clean. You hate cleaning. That's not her trying to, like, hide her feelings about Prue. That's her being anxious because she wants to go find this girl. And she gotta act like she care about this fucking funeral until, like, all y'all hoes leave.
So I guess moving towards the end. Well, before we move towards the end and then meeting and then defeating Shax, whatever they did with Shax, what do you think of Paige's boyfriend?
He is a character actor. That's one. I hate that haircut. I hate 2001 for that bouffant shit that every man.
It was in every movie. Blonde, black hair. It didn't matter. Yeah. It definitely ages the episode. And that sparkly belt buckle. Oh my God. I'm just waiting. We're so close to being there. We're so close.
It's almost there. All those all these kids on TikTok being like, I wish I could have clubbed in the early 2000s. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Y'all not getting sweaty like we did. Y'all not getting drunk and leaving the club and walking down the streets of Manhattan barefoot because...
in business office attire.
Yo.
Okay. So finally, the girls meet. How do you feel?
It feels like a misdirect because Patty said, like, 2 scenes earlier that, you know, she won't be a full witch until you guys are all around the book again. Just like in the first time. And that's not what happened. It was under the chandelier. So are you telling me, like, the book sensed her from 2 stories up and was like, bitches on the premises, give her powers. Bitches on the premises, give her powers. And, like, that was weird.
They're like, guess who's back? Back again.
No, Eminem. No,
How I feel about that? Because I feel like if Eminem and Meg came out with... It's Eminem, right? The man dissed his own daughters on the same track. Like, you can't take this seriously.
Yes, and it's low-hanging fruit. Like, you better than that.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But I also don't think, like, if he does it, like, in another thing, or he, like he pulls a Mariah, like, we're past that. You can't do what you did. Yeah. And I know it's Eminem and not Slim Shady and not Eminem. I don't give a fuck. Don't do it again. You got your one. Don't do it again. All right. the whole like tinkling coming down, I was like, is that like her white lighter tinkling coming? It was weird.
You know, wait, hold on. Before we get into that one, the sequence where she orbs for the first time.
Oh, it's a good one.
Yeah. I love that scene. The whole, like, we skipped it because you're like, this is where,
I got my ick for the first time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But ick aside, it's cute. She orbed? Like, it's...
That was cute.
It's... Like, what the fuck is... Like, it's... First of all, Cole is horny as fuck. That's why they go together. They like, you ain't gotta be a charm boy no more, mama. Let's just shimmer to a fucking, to a little island somewhere. You ain't got no worries.
Why does he talk like that? Why? I don't know if he has this like Goomba accent when they're at the funeral. And I was like, what is this? Like, I understand that he's Australian, but I was like, what did you watch? Goodfellas before you showed up on scene? There's a part when they're in the funeral. I think he's talking to their father. I think it's when Inspector Cortez comes in. I remember what he said, but he was just like, hey, yo, pass me the mozzarella. Like, what are you...
I hate you so much. Pass me the mozzarella. Yeah, that scene was cute. That when he gets hit with the energy ball and falls, and she's just like, ah! And then he like shimmers and pops up behind her. I know everybody is like, the first 3 seasons are like our gold. They're, the Old Testament. We shan't, talk about, like, nothing can live up to the Old Testament. But this pacing in season 4, it's like, oh yes, I remember this pacing. This is the pacing I remember. This is the charm I remember. This is feeling really good. I'm like, I can watch this episode again and still feel happy at the same beats. She orbed is always going to be funny. Her, like, him shimmering, that's always going to be good. Piper, like, these are the beats.
Getting flung by Shax.
Like,
I got him.
Going back to the season finale, it is so, like, because what you have to get, like, the whole picture in that sense. They, like, the fact that Phoebe shirks, we literally watch her shirk her duty of being a charmed one to go save this man who didn't need saving because bad magic turns him evil. Like, no, it didn't. To then watch her in this episode be like, I am a charmed one and I will save this girl. All right? I will save her. And if the writers were better, Brad, you would have used that to be like, I couldn't save my sister. I wasn't there in time to save her. I'm not going to lose another innocent. Would we have swallowed it? Maybe.
No.
Possibly. I mean, no. First watch,
she had gotten dragged a little. Yes.
Like, it would have been more. That would have been more.
It would have been understandable. Yeah. Because
the kitchen scene again, where Piper's just like, you want to go off and die? Like, I already know who to invite. We got the good china out already. So, like, let's do it, baby.
I'm glad you brought that up. How the fuck y'all come to my house where my sister was killed and leave me to do fucking dishes? No, I'd have smashed everything on the fucking floor. She was at the sink and I was so upset for her. Like,
because Leo, we know he don't like Prue because he called her a bitch 2 episodes ago. He called her a Doberman for those people who want to act like. We already know how Cole feel about her. We already know how fucking Phoebe feel about her. Y'all could have had this conversation in the living room. Y'all could have had this conversation anywhere else. Y'all doing this right in front of her. The girl who stayed until 4:00 in the morning of her sister's fucking funeral, trying to bring her sister back from the dead.
And she was like, "Oh, why are you still up here? Go to bed. Go to bed."
Like, it was cute when she was like, Prue would never forgive us if we showed up looking bad at her funeral. Who the fuck gets murdered, bitch? This isn't Lifetime. Did you see that TikTok?
I did see that TikTok.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the vein.
Yeah.
But like, if anybody is taking this loss hard, it is very clearly Piper. And the fact that y'all are just like, so anyway, why this bitch orbing? Huh? Tell me why she orbing. Yeah, I know she is.
They fucked in that hotel room. They got there. He orbed in there early. They probably ain't paid for it either.
I know he's like, yeah. They play it to a part. They play it, but Phoebe doesn't hit that emotional note hard enough. When Piper is washing the dishes, and like the first time she slaps, like she bangs the dish in the sink, they like pause and they keep talking, and she keeps getting more and more frustrated. And they looking at her like, "You need to leave. No, y'all need to leave. This is Dawn and water and my tears that are being used to clean this fucking dish. Get the fuck out. Talk about that shit somewhere else."
Yo, the fact that she left the repass. Yeah, that's wild. You can be a Caribbean sister.
Yo. You leave.
I can't lie. I left my mother's repass. I went to my stepfather and was like, I don't like anybody in this bitch. I'm out.
That's different. Because, Lord of mercy, I just hope her sister go before my mama, because I'm gonna be tap dancing on that lady grave. You don't want to support your cousin? I bought him a bottle. I'm not going to her funeral. It's not good to laugh. Y'all gonna look at me like I'm crazy.
Any other thoughts?
This was a really well acted episode on Holly.
Yeah. Holly saved this episode.
Yeah. A little bit of Cole saved this episode. That whole the cheekiness of like who makes these cockamamie rules, and Leo looks up and Cole looks at. It's so funny that Cole and Leo both go to like their respective corners to get more information. Leo probably went to 7-Eleven.
I say Leo ain't go nowhere.
Got a natty light, cracked that shit open, chugged it, went to like a nudie bar because he didn't get a proper fucking bachelor party. Then came back and was just like, the elders don't know anything. 5 minutes later, Cole walks in. He's just like, let me tell y'all the tea. Like,
the fact that you're even giving Leo all that credit, Leo orbed into Prue's old bedroom and sleep.
I wasn't going to say that because the snoring would have given him away.
All right, he was in her closet. That man leave the house. That man leave the house at all. At all. He was like, oh, no, they don't know anything. There's no, like, every time he goes out there, they don't know shit. Yeah.
It's either the elders are so grossly incompetent, or you're not doing your job. Because I'm not. I was gonna say, I can't see how you tell your bosses that, like, hey, the source sent shots after this girl, and she orbed. What do y'all know about that? What do y'all think? And they just like, I don't know. When we make fun of Leos all the time because, hey, my husband said he's gonna like kill me. Well, we can't do anything until he actually kills you.
You're right.
Like, bring back my sister.
I mean, it was a good episode.
Let's snap apart. Yeah, I don't know how would we handle the conflict in the episode. I'll tell you one thing. I'm not waiting until episode 2 to curse that out. She can't curse out in this episode, and she gonna get cursed out in episode 2.
You know, my mouth. She'd have gotten cursed at the funeral.
I mean, if we're being honest, they all kind of did. Stop it! This is Prue's funeral, for Christ's sakes.
Nah, see how when she walked out, I'd have been like, let me tell you something, you raggedy ass, demon ass, motherfucking bitch. It'd have been a whole diss track.
Somebody would have gotten frozen. They would have got slapped or kicked multiple times. And then all you would see is the door closing and Leo be on the floor like, "Aw, aw."
I understand why we had to save Paige from Shax. I wish it was written a little bit better, so that it didn't come off as cold-hearted from Phoebe.
I was gonna say this and I forgot it, and now it came back. These motherfuckers don't know how to handle grief correctly, because look how they treated Prue when they came to Andy. How do you think they were gonna treat like let's be real.
But it's your sister. This is different from like your sister's brother that we really don't like because he's a cop and he don't accept you as a witch, versus your sister.
Yeah, but like
that's like, right? Like that's like one of us, like one of our, not like our partner, but like if Geronimo.
Let me tell you about Geronimo.
Let's wrap this up.
I'm gonna tell you off. Yes. Anyway, yeah, I would have locked myself in a hotel room on the other side of the country. That's how I'm handling the conflict in this episode. Suck my dick.
Yeah. Elders would like you. The elders can suck my dick too.
You can tell the elders we buried their precious charm ones when we buried our sister. And with that, taxi, I need to go to LAX, please. I am giving this 8.5 broken teacups.
I'm gonna give it 9 unsigned birth certificates.
For shame. Yeah. Do you have any other thoughts?
I'm really excited for part 2. So after we do part 2, I know I did, if you guys listen to our special episode, I said that I would, as the season kind of went through, I would talk about my feelings on Paige. So I will wait until we get the full breadth of the 2 hours to come out with the video on my feelings on Paige for the first 120 minutes. Yeah. Other than that, follow us at Black Girl BGC Charmed and Cozy for all my book recommendations or my fighting recommendations, because I'm going to be playing some fighting games soon.
Obviously follow us on the Clock app, also on the TikTok. We don't have a Twitter or on YouTube. When this episode drops, you guys know I'm always on the TikTok. Let me know what time on Monday y'all want to watch All Hells Break Loose, Charmed 1 and Charmed 2. That's 3 hours that you're gonna have me. Let me know what time on Monday. That is what. If today is, that's the 10th. Yay. We'll also be doing some couples therapy because the new season is out.
Is it? I'm so far behind.
Let me just tell you.
Don't bring me joy.
Let me just tell you. This man said he's not gonna step up and be a father until junior high school, because that's when a boy needs his dad. Everything else before then, his mom got that. Because by junior high school, you gonna have some questions that only a man can answer, and that's when I'm gonna step in, because that's how I was raised. That women take care of the boys until a certain age. Because my daddy left. My daddy left when I was 12, and I had some things I needed to figure out, and I didn't have a man in my life. I didn't have my dad to help me figure that out. So I'm going to make sure I'm around when my boy turns 12 so I can help him answer those questions.
And on that note,
Tuesday's a couples therapy. Season 4 is going to be fun. Some witches be hoes.
And some hoes be witches.
Blessed be.
Why don't be a hoe? Wrap this shit up so you don't